long shot, you killed this track.
Woo! Yeah, at least they were ready to go after the little delay. They didn't, yeah, they didn't think this far ahead. Uh, I think you just like go like Sejvani or something here, or Gragas. I mean, that's fine too. Uh, I do. I think it's okay. There's probably better. I think doesn't intermediate like the flex Gragas a lot, like mid and top, so it's probably better in intermediate. Usually in advanced it just goes jungle, but yeah, I think it's okay. I think you probably just like first pick Sedge or something, and then that's just like one of the best picks with the Wukong band. First pick of Philios is kind of wild, uh, but I guess with the two, oh sorry, go. They're saying they can't hear.
Oops, I had
Yeah.
it muted because I was on producer mode.
Oh, okay, they're
There we go. All right. No, it's
yeah.
not Magiaphilios. That is Hoshiaphilios, and the Maokai is a three-way flex, as far as I know. But the Veigar and Greg is coming out. It's possible we're gonna see a Veigar Senna lane here.
Ooh, the Giga scaling.
Yeah.
They did nerf Vygar's health and armor, so I don't think it's as good bot anymore. I think you just
Yeah.
send it mid every time and it's
It's
fine.
a little risky to take a bot, but the Thresh coming out looking to deny it from the Aphelios. But let's see, Itchy Rat is a rat with many tools. Let's see what he decides to pull out of his pocket to answer. The Yumi. Oh wait, hold on.
No way.
Morgana. I don't know what he's gonna do. Just having a little bit of fun. But Magia is
Rakan's pretty
definitely
broken.
Akshan, Nivea. Yeah, there's so many.
Ooh,
Annie.
Annie?
Wait,
Ooh,
hold on. I like the Annie.
JC's favorite champ. Huh?
Yeah.
You like Annie?
With Nautilus, I like Annie as a champion. It's a good pick. But Nautilus, I like Nautilus here. There's a lot of lockdown here.
Yeah.
I feel like Veigar is not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, this is already like crazy frontline for their Philios. So as long as they survive lane, they should be like great so far.
Yeah, and they've also not really kind of positioned themselves to pick like divey champions. I don't really think a divey champion's gonna do all that hot when it comes to trying to get to the Aphelios. I mean, they got rid of the Yone, and I'm guessing they probably get rid of the Akali, which I believe their mid laner played against Iota when they faced off a few weeks ago.
I see. I think also Chillers could just do the same thing. Like they just send Vygar mid, pick a hyper 80 carry, and then see who can out protect the 80 carry the other guy.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what what kind of path both sides decide to take. I mean, Bodhi has an interesting pool. The Heimerdinger's gone, and you can kind of see that that's the kind of pool that he has, that where they have to ban a Heimerdinger. I mean, how bad does that feel? You have to go out and ban Heimerdinger. So
oh yeah, fucking
pretty
Dojos' Kindred. You gotta get rid of that.
Yeah. So it looks like they can't afford to ban Dojos. Goldie. But my guess is that we're gonna get another flex pick here. Maokai is probably top, and we're gonna get. Oh, I mean, Jace is the flex.
Ooh, the Jace flex too. Yeah,
so,
that's pretty good.
We don't know where anything's going so far. I mean, okay, we know the bot lane, but for the top half of the map, I think it's really up for grabs. Jace's flex pick here.
On both sides, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Maokai's top jungle. On both sides, it's really the Veigar, but like you said, Veigar doesn't really want to go bot lane. I think those armor changes make it really rough when you start focusing on those bot lane duels.
Yeah, even mid now, it's not going to be very funny if they send Jace mid. So, good,
The Viego.
good stuff.
I don't know how I feel about Viego here, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, probably not. I don't really like that.
I feel
Um,
like there's not enough. If you're trying to
like who
dive
are
in
you
as
killing
Viego,
fast enough?
yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah, who are you killing fast enough? I think the Jace is just going to be poking your team out pretty hard. I think Vagar might feel a little homeless here, but we're going to see the rest of Big Killer's comp right now. The Graves. So
huh?
Graves
It's like
top?
Graves top. I don't know.
Vagar. I mean, it could be Graves ADC. I think that last season Omega played Graves ADC against Big Killers to embarrass them, and they won with it. So maybe it's a salty run back. They're getting the Graves back, and they're trying to get some revenge for getting embarrassed by Joker's Graves ADC last play. But the Lilia coming out, and I like it. To be honest, I feel like Graves and Diego don't really enjoy playing with Lilia. What do you? I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I think both Graves and Lily are kind of weak right now. So maybe they'll be okay against each other. They both pretty much want to do the same thing, just like Giga Farm. I know Dojos likes Lily a lot, and he like popped off the other day on it. So it'll be interesting. I feel like it's Viego. I mean, it has to be Viego jungle, right? It can't be like lane Viego.
Yeah, I don't think it's lane Diego. The Graves is probably mid to match the Jace. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Gragas is gonna go top.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I think the idea here is that you're going to pick a champion that Jace doesn't really want to jump on without really suffering some major consequences. So I think that's the most likely thing we'll see. I doubt that the Graves is going to be bot or jungle. I don't think Diego wants to lane against really anybody here. So I am, we'll see. We'll see right now. Once they get to these bans, we'll be able to share with chat.
Yeah,
So it's Greg's
yeah,
top.
it's gotta be Gragas top. Yeah, Gragas top, Graves mid. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't know.
I like the Maokai top.
Kind of troll.
Maokai is a good drain tank, and I do think he really enjoys going into AP tanks like Gragas. I think that whenever somebody picks an AP kind of beefier top laner, I think Maokai is just extremely oppressive against them. For example, the Mao fight. I'm a fan of the Maokai as a response, but I think it's they have a lot of lockdown. The Viego, yeah, like you said, it's the jungle, and the Graves is mid. So I think now that we know for sure where everything's going, what are your thoughts on the comps? Who do you prefer?
I don't even. I don't know. I want to believe in the Graves mid, but I have no idea. I've never really watched this Bing Chillers team play, so I want to believe in him, but he's got to do some stuff for sure. I feel like Bing Chiller's team is just like too weird to kind of really work out all that well.
Snowbally, but it's hard. Like you said, the Veigar really has to get scaling, and if the Graves doesn't manage to get ahead, I'm not really sure who's going to kill somebody for Viego to take over. I think that realistically, a lot of these fights are going to be just Big Chillers getting poked out by the Jace and Maokai saplings. Even if he doesn't have any burn items, any AP items on him, the Maokai saplings, they'll still provide really good zoning. They'll provide pretty much free targets for the Jace to launch his empowered Q on. So, I'm interested in seeing how Big Chillers approaches this. I do think that they do have a little more difficult to execute comp.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see Dojo's build. I know he likes to do a little bit of trolling.
Yeah.
So
we're
hopefully he goes something crazy.
A lot of bit of trolling in this game.
Oh yeah. So does this cross groups? So does it like matter? Like air quotes?
No, it doesn't. All right, we're getting started here, and I'm actually gonna set up the chat right now. Let's see where it is. Okay, I think that's a good spot. You guys will be able to enjoy the chat action. Once again, welcome back. This is game one between Dorado Gaming Omega and Bitch Killers Rush. I am joined by Lobex, my trusty color caster for today, and our resident TA Blaze superstar.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yes, sir. So, what are you
Yeah. So,
expecting out of this game, Mr. Lobex?
uh, what am I expecting? I don't know. I think a lot of it depends on the Graves mid. To be honest, like the Graves mid and the Viego have to. They got to cook something up together. Like if
Yeah, I
they,
mean the Graves opted into TP, which is a little weird. I feel like if you're gonna go something like Graves mid, and I mean to the same extent also kind of Jace, but I feel like more so the Graves, you probably want to run something a little more aggressive like Ignite.
yeah, yeah, I definitely agree with that. He's getting like an early ward on Raptors, which is pretty decent. She's just doing a normal bot side start. Viego's starting top. Uh, yeah, I
Cody
don't know.
getting
We'll
the
see.
first hit of the game, already looking pretty rough for Big Killers.
Oh yeah, that's game deciding right there.
Oh yeah, neither bot lane has cleanse. Good point from chat. Pretty interesting decision from both sides, I have to say. And Bennett, I mean,
I guess
huh?
I don't know. I don't think Hoshi has to go cleanse.
Yeah, I
To be
think.
honest,
I mean,
just
I'm not
dodge
sure
it
what it
forehead.
really does for either side. Honestly,
Like it's really just like
the side step, right?
for Hoshi at least like just a lane thing. After lane, like he has so many people to stand in front of him, he should be fine.
Dodge cage. Dodge cage. Bennett taking a big hit, and both
Ooh.
supports missing their abilities. Just
Classic.
you know, Itchy was definitely throwing a warning hook to the side of Big Killers, letting them know to not get too close, lest the rat jump on them. But it looks like, I mean, Viego's been spotted with, I would probably say, not super great use of the mist, kind of giving away his position there. But I think it's going to be consequential.
Oh no, he got put in the cage.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Not taking both sides
Ooh,
just healing
4-camp
each other.
gank top for
and it looks like
Lilia.
we're gonna
He
get a
has
gank
no
up top.
idea.
Bennett is
Does he
getting
have
some
W?
trades
Did he
in.
go QW?
No, he does
Oh,
get the
he
W,
did.
but the slow
Oh,
misses.
yeah,
But I don't
this is
think
a
Inferno's getting
kill.
away anyways. And he's
Yeah.
gonna go down. Doesn't
That was
bother to
good.
flash. I think, yeah,
You know, that was a
play.
really good play by Dojos because they had the ward on Raptors and he just went around the ward. Like he went completely around the entire terrain and did red and went top.
Yeah.
So
I
good
mean,
heads up play by him.
they had no way of knowing where he was, and Doge is already kind of taking off with the game, really applying that pressure early. And you know, good on Inferno to not needlessly waste that flash. I know some players might have panicked and tried to, you know, escape anyways. Maybe if he had oh, we could see a gank here in mid. Goldie is in a weird position,
Ooh,
but Banger is
2v2.
here. He does have to flash away.
Ooh, good flash.
They are on Karma Warrior. Karma Warrior does have to flash away, but Karma Warrior does go down, and they are on Hunter Wolfsteal. Banger does flash away, and Hunter Wolfsteal is trying to kill Banger, but I think he's gonna go down. Hunter Wolfsteal, interestingly, taking a tower shot for no reason, and that's a positive play for both of them, but we're not done yet. They're getting some action in on King Sybil. King Sybil is in trouble. He's forced to flash away, and he's going to be just fine. The Ignite comes out of Thresh, and Hoshiyumi and Nichiren are forced to walk back. But overall, it's a really good start for Omega. And, you know, so Goldie, I mean, it's just non-stop action all around. Goldie does have the red, so he doesn't mind trading. It's going to be always, I bet, like, it's always going to be in his favor with his trade. But,
yeah. I get what Hunter Wolfsteal wanted to do with going 1 for 2, but in that situation, it's just not even worth it. Like, I think you just give up the 1 for 1 and then try to get out of there.
And I mean, and Bennett, I mean, just interested in stonewalling a little bit. He does have his back. He does have his TP. And Inferno does have the advantage that he, you know, he walked back to lane and he isn't too behind on CS. So he's in a pretty good spot. The back is not canceled and smoke screen is down.
Yeah, like look at Godie's build already. He's got the shredded Dirk and tier. Like he's chilling. Berries with the Vamp Scepter, he's gonna be able to lifesteal, but I don't think it's gonna matter with how much damage he's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean the game going pretty slowly. Like not really expecting anything as of now. I think it's really up
Ooh,
to
the
Omega.
gank
Omega, we're
top.
getting another gank up top, but Bennett is kind of low here. Needs to be careful. Banger does manage to miss, and Bennett could be in trouble. He needs to be really careful. He needs to be respectful. He flashes away, and Inferno does have the flash, but I don't see, like, you don't flash it. You actually good. Never mind. He just
Nah,
goes down here.
Dunzo.
I think he could have tried to outplay him, Karma Warrior getting jumped on, but it looks like Big Killers are on the first dragon. They're going to claim that first Infernal Drake, and it looks like the mental warfare from Bozos has started. Bit of a jungle gap, and some words we will not say on stream.
Yeah. He's just being him, and I love it.
Yeah, Bozo's definitely getting in their heads. Hook coming out, Ichirat missing the
Ooh,
hook,
close.
but it's okay. He's going to take barely any more damage beyond his shield, but the Viego is down here kind of covering his bot lane. Bot is going in favor of Dorado Gaming Omega, and I've got to say, this is probably not how you want the match to go if your opponent is playing with a sub. Coach Pizza throwing a blind hook.
Yeah, I get what Hunter Wolf still is trying to do with like covering the Vygar, but I don't think Vygar scaling is like gonna win you the game right now.
And it looks like we're
I feel
gonna get a
like
fight
you
right here.
yeah.
Ichi is moving up. He's gonna get a deep ward. Hoshi could be in trouble. He gets the ward, and they managed to spot out Hunter Whoops. The Hunter Whoops is gonna take some damage. Not really gonna pay off. Cody is kind of just dominating mid lane. It's looking pretty rough.
Yeah, kind of an unfortunate 2v2 early. I really wanted to see what the Graves was gonna cook up, but this is what like we were talking about. Like as soon as it falls behind, what is he gonna do?
Yeah, I mean it's like I understand the potential benefits of the Graves mid into the Jace, but you know now that Jace has a full serrated Dirk over him, it's just always going to be really hard to really fight back. I think Jace gets to the point where he'll even start busting tanks, and Graves will definitely not get beefy enough to survive Jace's onslaught. But it looks like we might run into the Graves here. Graves could be in trouble here. He does not get slowed. Banger is not going to catch up to him. He's going to try to sleep him. Sleep is not going to go off. He should be careful. Under Wolfsteal is here, but he's going to get the he's going to get the two-man sleep, and it looks like it's going to be a horrible play for the side of Big Chillers. And honestly, it's looking like an easy set for Dorado Gaming.
It's just Bozo's diff.
No, it's a pause. We got. I think they paused and said Hunter.
Oh my god!
If Hunter is lagging and he's just making sure, and then Integrity checking the pause.
Dude, he's a fucking menace. He's a menace.
What an honorable player, you know. What a stand-up player. You know, he's worried about competitive integrity, and he wants to make sure that his opponent isn't lagging. He felt that his opponent was maybe not playing on optimal ping, and wanted to make sure. But dude, this game kind of reminds me of the game 2 of Iota versus Big Chillers. Iota ended up losing the series, but I do think that they were a lot more preoccupied with making points that series than anything else, which ultimately led to their defeat. But you know, we'll see how Omega approaches the next game. Obviously, this game is not necessarily over yet, but I do think it's going to be pretty hard for Big Chillers to come back from this.
Yeah, I agree. It's really hard now. Like, the game's just like, what's the comeback for Chillers here?
Yeah,
like Viego has to gank something, but it's 2 losing lanes and then a Vygar lane.
Does seem to be in trouble here.
This is
Hopefully
pretty
Bennett
good
doesn't
though.
go in. He could be in danger here, and oh my god, he does manage to go down, but Banger is still dropping big damage. Banger is fed, and I don't think that that this is necessarily a fight that Banger's gonna win. Actually, now that he missed that ability, actually I think he might win the fight. Never mind, hold on, he could win. How is Banger gonna approach this fight? He has to be really careful. Both sides need to play this very carefully, but Graves is here, and it does not seem like it's gonna end well for Banger.
Yeah, he lost
another
past
pause
stats
here.
too.
Are we gonna get another pause? Are we gonna get is Bozo's lagging? We got a dog response from Hunter, but Hunter still does go down.
Oh,
Cody
boy.
is here to clean up, and I think it's gonna go in favor of of Omega. We're seeing a lot of chat. We're seeing a lot of fighting in the Rift and in the chat. But Bennett is just so unkillable. This game is looking so bad. I'm not sure why Karma Warrior is flashing there. I don't know what he's hoping to achieve, but it's just looking like a major team and or gap right now.
Oh wow, Civil almost died during that too. Didn't even see it.
Yeah, I don't know why Go flashed either, honestly. I think he just died. Like, I don't know what the Graves can do to get away there.
It was just BM.
Yeah, just BM.
He had to prove a point.
Yeah. As goes with these type of matches, you're mostly interested in proving a point. And it's really just Itchy Rat kind of humaning it up. But King Civil is going to be in trouble. He's going to go down. He does get smited. Banger is going to dive onto Coach Pizza. Coach Pizza sidestepping. He's going crazy. Hunter is going to try to take down Banger. And I think actually Banger might go down. He does go to sleep and he is going to go down. Double kill for Hunter Wolfsteal. And we're going to get some all chat right now, I'm sure. But seeing a lot of mental warfare in the chat.
Uh-oh. I mean, Viego's getting some kills. Maybe he does something here.
Yeah, maybe he does do something, but honestly, I don't know. But it's a bloody match between the junglers. 6 deaths between them. Cody might get caught here. He's gonna walk away. Might be in trouble.
Oh, no flash. He's really regretting that.
Cody needs to get away. Is he gonna get away? No, he does not. The kill goes over to Hunter, and maybe you're right. It's starting to look like it's gonna be. It's possible for Hunter to really take over the game.
Yeah, Viego is one of those champs where, I mean, he kills one person and then he just starts pressing R. I mean, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I mean, it really just depends. Look, we were asking, who is gonna kill, who's gonna kill people for the Viego to take over bodies, and I mean, I think the answer is looking like the Viego's gonna do it himself. So you have to be careful with him. I think when the fights start getting, the 5v5s, it's gonna be a little harder for the Viego to really get to that point. I think with the lockdown that not all this thing provided, just a little too much. But here we're seeing Hoshi with the Bloodthirst just makes it so hard. King Civil gets engaged on, but he doesn't manage to land. But Coach Pizza could be in trouble here. Coach Pizza does have flash. The Graviton gun is on him, and they're going to try to stay on him. He's going to flash out, and Hoshiumi is trying to get on him. But flash comes out of Coach Pizza, and it's going to be a winning trade for the side of Omega.
Yeah, no TP on the Vigar, so they're kind of forcing him here. With the flamethrower gun on Aphelios, just keep shoving him under tower. He's not getting those Q stacks,
Yeah, and it looks like we might get a fight up top soon, but Goldie just harassing on this poor Graves. And it looks like Graves is going shield bow, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. But we're going to see a 4v4 here. Bennett is engaging here, and I think they did find Hunter Wolfsteal, but Bennett might go down before he can do anything. The sleep is going to come down, but Bennett does go down, and Banger's going to have to walk away. He does get caught. He gets matched up by his opponent in the jungle. Good counter gank by Hunter Wolfsteal. Bozos is getting red a little bit, or maybe he knew he'd be there and decided, he thought he'd win the fight. But free plays to jump on King Civil, and King Civil was just gonna go down. King Civil holding Vagar to his doom. Will Coach Pizza get away? Cody is gonna try to get him. Are we gonna see EQ? Coach Pizza is trying to sidestep for his life. He's gonna get away, but this bot lane is looking pretty doomed on the side of being chillers.
Yeah, now it's just free plates for the Aphelios. Like, he's scaling so much harder.
Hoshiumi looking like he never left the ADC role, hasn't really played it in like a year and a half, and is still ADC gapping. It makes you think.
Yeah, I think he got the Matt G coaching right before this game.
Yeah, I think it was we saw a little bit of Matt G in those plays. Matt G, who did drop 40 in solo queue last night, so I think if anything, this could be going worse for Green Chillers.
I think Gragas is also going, I don't know, maybe Radiant, Jack Show? Who knows? I think they're both probably pretty bad, but I guess he is 0-3 and just trying to do something.
And it looks like we're going to get another fight here. Itchy Rat is going to jump on Hunter Wolfsteal, and Hunter Wolfsteal is taking a good amount of damage. Itchy Rat's going to walk away. Goaty could be in trouble, but I think Itchy Rat's the one in trouble. He's getting caught out. He's going to drop the hold, and Hunter Wolfsteal is going to get the body off of Banger, but oh my god, he's going for the kill, and he looks like it's Hunter Wolfsteal V9. Get this man some help. get him a team. He's trying to 1v9 the game.
Oh man, this is the thing.
Yeah, I mean, Bozo's getting, he's not getting gapped in a 1v1 per se, but Hunter Whipsteel has been very dominant around the map.
Yeah, it's like as soon as he got that 650 gold shutdown from the Jace, he's just so strong, and they're not really. They keep going for like 2v2 fights against him, and I don't think that's really the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, first tower is gonna drop to Hoshiyumi, and Hoshiyumi is just so huge. And it looks like Chad mentioned, we're seeing an Abyssal Mask on of a Bennett, and that's gonna be really helpful for the Lilia. Lilia is just gonna be scaling, and as fed as the Viego is, again, I think it's pretty rough. I think, you know, his goal every fight, beyond, you know, the personal, you know, wanting to flame Bozo's reason, I think he just wants to go for Bozo's every single fight anyways. I think that's really the person that's going to be the easiest for him to lock down and to, you know, to take over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Take over, you know, ahead of fights. The gold, you know, the kills are catching up. The dragons are in favor of being killers, but you know, it's still a pretty sizable gold lead beside Dorado.
Yeah, I think Hoshi got at least 3 plates solo. I don't know if he got all of them solo, but that's huge for him.
Yeah, I mean, a bit over 2,000 gold lead over his opponent, and it looks like Hunter Whipsteel's trying to find something. The dragon's coming up in 10 seconds. Will Omega be able to contest? Bennett is taking his bag. Bennett is trying to take an engage for some reason. Really well timed. Really good. Really well timed. Belly slam from the Gragas.
I think Bennett just has to go back here and then TP, or like just walk out of range and not get cancelled.
Coach Pizza is going to get away, but the 3-man stun is going to be pretty impactful. The ult's going to drop on King Civil, and King Civil has to drop back. But he gets a little too hungry. He gets a little too hungry, and he's going to go down. Banger is going crazy. He's going to try to get the 2-man sleep, and he does go down, but it's not going to matter. His team is going to get the win in this fight. Karma Warrior is going to live. He has a shield bow, but that's about all the shield bow is good for, and it looks like it's just going from worse, from bad to worse for the side of Bing Chu.
Yeah, Hunter was going absolutely insane there, trying to kill, I think it was Hoshi or Goaty. The directed camera wasn't really on it, but he didn't get either of them, so he just kind of inted his life away, and he has all the gold on his team.
Yeah. I mean, he got a little too ambitious there. I think he, you know, had a little too much dip on his chip, and he kind of just ran it. So, I mean, I think maybe, you know, it makes me wonder if the pressure is maybe getting to him, because while, like, you know, we mentioned, I do think his goal is to kill Bozos in these fights. That's not how you do it. You know, kind of going in 1v3 and getting blown up. You're not that tanky. You're strong, you do damage, but you're not you know, you're not Scion, you're not Malphite that's going to survive a long time in the backline.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, I don't know. It's just not really working out. They had some really good like right before tower plays, just around the map, getting Hunter Whipsteel kills, but now that they're just gonna probably just run around as 4, I think the game becomes so much harder for Bing Chillers, unless they catch Dojos here.
He could be in trouble. He does Zanya's. He's still alive for now, but I'm not sure how long that's gonna last. Banger's gonna try to keep his top laners or his jungler safe. Cody's gonna go down, and Hunter Whipsteel does get hooked. Hunter Whipsteel might go down, but it's still fine. Just get Bennett with the big flank. And Hunter Whipsteel is forced to flash with the hook coming onto Itchy Rat, and let's see how this goes. Bennett is trying to fight here on the other side. Banger, they're waiting for a Hoshiumi. Banger does go down, and Bennett is trying to buy as much time as he can, but the damage coming out from Hoshiumi. Hoshiumi is free hitting. Will Hoshiumi win the fight? Hoshiumi looking insane. He's taking the Mac G classes. Oh my god, he's looking like Hoshi G right now.
Hoshi G, yeah, that was going very good for Bing Chillers, and then very bad as soon as the rest of the team came by.
Hoshi Yuji. That word Hoshi Yuji or Hoshi G?
I think Hoshi G is probably
Hoshi G,
a little better.
Well, I mean, it's looking looking pretty doomed still for the side of Bing Chillers, who despite getting some positive plays here and there, it's not enough to really win them the game just yet. They're missing a few those few steps in the team fight to really start to make a comeback, to look like they're mounting a challenge. The kills are
Yeah.
close, but in reality, I mean, it's really Omega sided right now.
Yeah, I mean, they have the right idea, though. They know they can't really fight these big team fights with how fed they are, so they're just looking for picks. Like, they know what they're supposed to do, but it's just the execution's just a little off.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just getting little by little. I think Bennett really needs to get a lot beefier. He was in the back lane, he survived a decent amount, but I still think that he's missing a pretty good amount of stats all around. I'm not too sure. I mean, I like the Abyssal Mask insofar as it's in favor of the Lilia, but not so much really for his own survival.
Yeah. Another thing is somebody on Omega's got to get anti-heal.
Inferno, as beefy as he is just taking way too much damage. Is gonna get the hook, he's gonna miss, but they're gonna take this tower. Hunter looks like he's pathing up to try to cover for his top laner, and it looks like Bennett's gonna get a fight onto Karma Warrior, who beyond a lot of healing doesn't really.
Yeah, so this is where, I don't know, the Graves is just looking more and more kind of useless as it goes on. Like, he can't really side lane against Maokai while he's fed. He can't side lane against the Jace. The team fight is definitely weaker, so I don't, what does he really do? He needs, like, at least 2 more items to do some
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
damage,
he's
at least
going
comparatively.
for the Bloodthirster, which is not necessarily bad. It'll help with the survivability some more, but he's just really missing that big damage that he needs there. Banger could be in trouble here. Never mind, but he's a little split from the fight, so he needs to be careful. And Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. Let's see how both teams approach it. The Maokai does have a good angle, and it could be pretty dangerous inside of being chilled if they get pinched by the side of Dorado being. But actually, it looks like they're going to try to turn onto Bennett, but Bennett does drop the saplings, and they are going to provide him the space he needs. The poke coming out from the side of Bing Chill as Bennett is not caught out just yet. So Hunter will steal
Hunter.
in, caught out a little bit on his own. He's going to fall asleep, and the root's going to come out from the other side, and it looks like bad coordination, bad communication from the side of Bing Chill. Bing Chill is just getting dominated, decimated. They're looking like a Mickey Mouse team right now.
Yeah, they're just too far behind to do really anything.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that fight really showed the difference in gold between the teams. I know that the kills were pretty even, but the reality is that this game has never really been close. Bing Chillers have had a few shining moments where they look like they're making a positive play, and then someone fumbles the bag. Omega just gets something where they should have gotten nothing.
Yeah. Now it's just if Omega doesn't do something insanely dumb here to fail the game, it should be pretty in the bag. What do you think Bing Chillers should change for next game to have a chance, or is there anything they can do?
But I mean, the game's pretty dead now. I don't really see what Ninjas can do here. I think that if anything, Omega needs to go for that decisive blow and try to finish off Wing Chillers. I don't think that there's any reason, they shouldn't just be forcing Barons and fights all over the map.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, hook onto Hoshi.
Big
Does
hook going
not
onto
matter
Hoshi
though.
Gumi. They take about a third of his shield off.
Yeah. So they just have Goaty in the side lane. No one can match him. He's 3 items.
Yeah.
He's got to get hit like 4 times by
It looks
our
like there's just
QW
such
to
a
do
gold
anything.
difference all around the map. I mean, top lane 1,000, mid lane about 2,000. ADC, it's most noticeable, 5,000 gold cap again. This is a filling scene. This is not an ADC main anymore. Support player and versus a support versus an ADC.
Yeah, this is not good looks if you're a Bing Chillers fan. They're losing to the support AD and the sub support. I think they just go for it. I think they just start Baron at any moment, really. It's just a turn. 100% they turn.
Yeah, and it's I mean, yeah, I don't see why you just don't force it, right? I mean, the gold has closed a little bit actually, from 10,000 to 9,000. You don't want to let this game last too long. The Veigar will eventually become useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little. I mean, he's got 206 AP from the passive, 643. If they get a good hook and a QWR, I mean, I think Doja is gone. Maybe Ichirat's gone. That's probably it though. I don't think they can kill anyone else.
Normal warrior getting bursted, so all of that health he has is really not doing anything.
Yeah, maybe he can lifesteal on this wave when he gets the tower. It's looking kind of doomed though for him.
Yeah, I mean, Bing Chillers is just at the mercy of Dorado Gaming Omega. Dorado Gaming Omega getting to play whatever game they want, and Bing Chillers is just forced to watch.
Yeah, so they do go for it. Graves is
We're seeing the
TPing
TP
first.
from Graves, and unfortunately, it does seem like Goaty is not in a good position, but
Ooh, are they
Big
going for
Chillers
it
with
now?
a desperation play here, maybe? I'm not really sure what's going on. But Ben is going to get stunned here. Hunter is going to drop a stun on Ben, but nothing's really going to happen. Those coming in, and it's just a disaster class for Big Chillers.
Yeah.
Big Chillers is going to lose here.
Yeah, I think you lose that fight every time, and you just have to try to burst the Baron, just get it off the map and hope for the best that you can keep stalling. But they kind of went halfsies with it. They half-turned. Graves was still hitting Baron. It's
some pretty interesting
Dojo's.
Pretty interesting going on.
My goat.
You gotta respect dedication.
Yeah. He wakes up extra early so he has more time to be a hater. LOL, I would say GG, but that was hardly a game.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. I don't think that Omega ever looked like they were in trouble. I can see why Coach Pizza was very interested in how the roster would line up, because they needed to calculate how bad bot was.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, there was you gotta say, there was a moment there where Viego got like 4 kills in a row out of nowhere, where it was looking a little dicey, but the lead was just so big, there was really nothing they could do. And then as soon as he inted himself away in that one team fight, trying to kill Hoshi, it was just kind of over from there.
Yeah, I mean, they were really trying to make he was trying to make a hero play. I think that all things having been said, Hunter put up a valiant effort. I think his team really needs to pick up the slack, because they did not look like they showed up to play today. Maybe the all chat is getting to them, but we'll see how they adapt for the next game. I'm not too sure it'll necessarily go very differently unless Omega goes a troll draft. But beyond that, I think that the ball is in the side of Omega. All right, well, we're going to go on a short break while the draft starts for the next game. We'll see you all soon.
Yep.
welcome back. We're getting started on this game 2 draft between Dorado Gaming Omega and Big Chillers. If you're just tuning in, you just missed a very dominant performance by Omega over Big Chillers. Once again, I am joined by Mr. Lobex, aka Three Little Comp Rules. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing? So who plays Rumble on Omega?
Rumble, Goaty.
Goaty does. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're
they're scared of the
definitely
Rumble.
never letting him get that.
Yeah, I think Rumble's so OP right now too, and not that many people play it. And it is one of those things where if you haven't played against it mid a few times, it's like you're just kind of clueless against how much damage it does. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a powerful champion, and it's a good idea to get rid of it. 2 bans targeted against Mr. Goaty and the Wukong ban, but the Dragonia
No way.
getting
Oh,
traded
man.
maybe as a little BM. Quick update, Epsilon is now up 1-0 against Elysium Blaze in Titan semifinals. But, and Iota is also up 1-0 against Nameless Echo. So, a lot of dubs going around today. But Gragas coming out, and let's see what Chillers respond with.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I feel like it's just like an 80 carry, and okay, Antiflex is really good too. Probably Antiflex ADC Silver. Okay, so more of a normal bot lane with an actual 80 carry this time instead of flexing the Vigar and sending it bot. Hopefully it works out better for them because the Vigar could
Ooh,
never
the Vayne,
really do
hold
anything.
on.
Ooh.
I like the Vayne into Sivir. I don't know how I feel about it when there's an Annie.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Vayne, typically known as like a Sivir counter. Spell Shield doesn't do anything against just getting right clicked.
Yeah. Oh, the Twitch.
Ooh, Twitch though.
Oh, wait, hold
No
on.
way.
The
Is this Rat G
Rathu?
Twitch?
Reggie Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, this is literally Rathu. That'll be fun. I feel like Twitch is also another really good one in Decipher. Like there's no way you spell shield the E unless you just kind of predict it. Like it has like technically a thing shooting at you. What is that called? Like a skill shot animation or whatever you want to call it. So you can spell shield it, but
Yeah.
it's really
I feel
hard.
like it's not even worth. But the Rakan coming out from Hoshi, I did like the Alistar. I feel like Sivir is really homeless against Alistar.
Yeah.
But
The Rakan also pretty good. I mean, they probably just have to more target Annie, unless Civil does something really dumb with the spell shield and just like uses it out of nowhere accidentally. But Vi gonna come out good counter to Twitch, I guess. Unless he pops the ult early, you just press Vigar on him, and if you have the damage, he just dies.
yeah, I mean the Vi, they're really gonna try to go on the Twitch here, but we'll see how they protect them if anything. I mean Vi has some pretty rough champions to dive into right now. Kind of a similar issue as
Absolutely.
last game, where it's like the Viego, sure, even if it gets ahead and he's strong, it's always going to be an issue of you're diving into 5. Are you going to survive long enough to do anything productive? And with draft, we're only 60% done with draft on both sides, but I find it pretty hard to think that this Vi is going to have a good time.
Yeah, I guess it really depends what else they pick here. I feel like they have the all into the dive now. Like they have the Sivir, they have the Vi diving. You just go somebody else that's like a bruiser and just kind of Sivir ult them forward to follow the Vi. Kindred, a good ban when you're Vi. You can't.
Accident coming out. Maybe that's for
That's kind of
Polly.
weird. Oh yeah, probably. Let's see. What's the last ban here?
They're really thinking about this one.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, the Oriana. Okay.
Oriana Vi.
You know what? I can see
That's
that.
a pretty decent combo. Yeah.
Gets rid of a lot of utility options for chillers.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could pick mid here that are really good with Vi. Ari, Akali. I mean, you really just want to go forward. Silas wouldn't be bad here. You can steal the Rakan ulti. The Gragas ulti is really good. Let's see. 2, 1.
The Renata.
Okay, so it is Annie mid. Okay, that's not bad. I guess. I think it's kind of counter of what their team wants to do. But if they
I
get
don't think Omega has a problem like not going into Renata. I think that it's really nothing that they're worried about. I think Twitch,
yeah,
buys himself a QSS mid game, and he's unaffected by Renata's ultimate ability. But let's see
yeah.
how.
Well, even Sejuani, yeah, I think Sejuani is so good. Sejuani Wukong are probably like the two best junglers in the game, and picking it this late is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean it could be top. It's probably the
Oh, that's
jungle. The
true.
Gragas probably is going to go
Yeah,
top. It's
I
going to
think it
be.
is probably
I
jungle.
think it's going to be matchup dependent. I think if they pick a bad Gragas matchup up top, using Sejuani, it could happen to be better, or vice versa.
Yeah, I also don't think there is very many bad Gragas matchups top. I mean, the champ kind of has everything.
The
Yone
Yone,
though,
maybe taking it away from the side of Chillers, but I like the Yone actually because it incentivizes Chillers to want to take a tank. But what tank are you going to take into Gragas?
yeah, that's I don't even know. Should go something crazy like Olaf, and just
Yeah,
pray.
that could be pretty good. I still think that the Twitch will probably and Yone will probably just blow him up before he gets a chance to do it. The Poppy, um,
I don't really like Poppy here.
I mean,
It it stops a lot of dashes, but
all
I
you
don't
need to
know.
do is play defensively with the Rakan. I think Yon might have some difficulties in this comp now with the Poppy and the Annie, but I still think that the main threat from Omega here is the Twitch, and I just don't see Chillers consistently successfully getting onto the Twitch.
Yeah, I agree. Um, they could just try to front the back it, and if Annie's big enough and one shot someone, maybe. But I mean, I guess we'll have to see what build Grags goes. I mean, I'm sure Dojos might go full tank on Sejuani. Who knows? It is Dojos, but Annie can kind of one shot 4 out of 5 people on Omega's team. So kind of gotta hope she doesn't get too fed.
The Annie and Poppy are definitely going to be key players for the side of Big Chillers, and we'll have to see how they approach the game.
Yeah, I do
getting started here on this game too. Dorado getting Omega and being chillers. It looks like there was a weird delay bug going on, and nothing's gonna happen. We didn't really miss anything. Thankfully.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing is, they kind of debated us with
Yeah,
the
they swapped lanes.
Gragas Yone,
I think
which
this is
is,
for the better.
yeah, I agree.
I think that
Yone
the
does not have
matchup.
a fun time.
Yeah, yeah. Poppy's just not gonna have a good time in the Yone. I think that you know, Yone doesn't have to dash into the Poppy. I think that he has lethal tempo. I think
Ooh.
he walks up to him. Or what is it called? Press the attack. Lethal tempo.
Lethal Tempo.
Lethal tempo, right? Yeah, for the names. Yeah, lethal tempo. I mean, he has the movement speed. Lethal tempo. You just run him down. You don't need to. At all. Poppy's pretty much out a W.
Yeah, she can block the tornado dash. I'm pretty sure the tornado still goes though.
Yeah,
So
so the skull knocked her up.
yeah, they're both gonna get knocked up, which is, I mean, depending on who's stronger early is gonna really decide. Ooh, good gank here.
Yeah, and Karma Warrior getting ganked by Banger. Hunter Wolf just still going in, really wants that action. Oshiumi going in for the knockup. Mad G getting
Ooh.
pulled back. Mad G could be in trouble. Mad G probably needs to flash away. He's getting chased down by King Civil, and he does a really good job of getting away. Hoshiumi could be in trouble here. Hoshiumi is going to get turned around on, and Hoshiumi is going to jump onto King Civil. King Civil does get jumped on. He does cleanse. He does going to have to flash over. He does flash over. Coach Pizza is trying to kill Mad G. Mad G is still alive. Will Banger be able to kill King Civil? No, not yet. And it's looking like a rough start for the side of Omega. Gragas is not bothered to follow the Andy, but it looks like Banger will not survive here.
No, there's
They give
no
the
way he was
kill.
there.
Yeah, pretty rough start. I think that the side of Omega's bot lane has gotten a little too. They got a little too ambitious with level 2 trade, and they ended up losing.
Yeah, Magi was taking a bunch of pokes before they even went in there. And, yeah, it kind of just cost Toshi his life.
Cody doing a little BMing. Not worried that not worried about any potential death.
Yeah, Ben is going to be able to freeze this top. And this is exactly where he wants to lane. He just wants to hang out and scale for free, which I think he should be able to do perfectly fine unless they do some crazy dive stuff in the top lane.
Yeah.
But it's going pretty good for Chillers though. Inferno shouldn't. If the bot side wins, Inferno's gonna be happy this game. If the bot side doesn't win, it's gonna be pretty rough.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have too much agency of his own, but like you said, the Yone is effectively free scaling. The Twitch is still ahead in CS. I know that the wave is gonna crash, so they'll probably even it up a little bit. But it looks like the side of Hoshimi and Magic might be in trouble here. Honestly, I was a little surprised at the Rakan pick. I'm not too sure that the champion that Hoshi plays, but Inferno is going to be in trouble here. Never mind, he's going to hit him against the wall and run away.
Yeah, it was a good gank attempt. The lane was in a really good spot, but I mean, Poppy just did her Poppy thing. He did get a ward back down by the Krugs, so they'll be able to see when Vi resets and goes back top, but she's just going to go for drag now.
It's going to be my favorite Drake, Ocean Dragon, going over to Bing Chillers. My favorite first Drake to get. Just makes laning so much easier. It makes the game so much easier all around.
Absolutely. And Vi pretty much able to solo drag at level 4 because of her passive. Doesn't even have to because bot lane can free shove with Sivir. But it's just another thing. Top and bot kind of want to do the same thing on the Omega side. They just want to keep the lane here and scale. It is really on Chillers to do something, and they are here.
Yeah, and I mean, Goldie's fine. I don't think he's all that worried. He does flash out.
Yeah, he flashes.
But Banger is here. Bennett is going to look for the jump over the wall. They're going to try to jump onto this Annie, and Annie's not going to get away. Goldie sniping with the ult. Great roam by Bennett, and Banger showing up to cover Mr. Goldie from falling into the clutches of the sand.
Yeah, Annie dies, and JC is somewhere crying.
Oh Hunter trying to freeze the wave for some reason, but Dragoni is just gonna take it back. He's gonna lose a little bit of tempo because of that HP loss, and Gragas is not really gonna feel the effects of that wave freeze.
Yeah, no TP on the Annie, so she does get kind of the full wave. They don't really lose all that much. They did kind of burn Goi's TP. I don't know if he had to do that, but just kind of staying on the map right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're right. It probably did end up forcing the TP from Goaty, but I think Goaty's not too impressed about having to use his TP. It'll be up around the time that teleports are unleashed anyway, so not, no harm really caused. Looks like Goaty's going for the the standard kind of beefy Dragonio build, and I'm interested in. I think it's good here. I think the more bulk on the side of Omega, the better.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. I feel like Goaty might have been able to. They kind of knew Vi was at red, started red. I think he could have went for a
looks like we're gonna
cheeky.
get a fight here. Goaty does turn on to the Annie. Annie, no flash. Is she going to drop for Tibbers? Tibbers doesn't land on Banger, and Goaty is gonna get away. Everyone's gonna get away. The Annie getting a little daring there with her positioning, which just gets the free farm too. So this is overall a very positive play for the side of Omega. Kochiyumi is playing with fire here, but I don't think he's all that worried. He's gonna just pop over to Goaty.
Yeah.
Goaty's gonna help him take down that control ward, and it's gonna be, the gold is swinging in favor of Omega, despite Big Chillers having a pretty good start.
Oh, Bomba.
Goaty trying to bomba him into the cast, trying to do something sneaky, but it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, you gotta respect every time you try it. Like you gotta go for it. Yeah. As a Gragas enjoyer myself, those are always the best.
Yeah, definitely a flashy move from the side of Goaty, really trying to flex on that Annie.
Yeah, so they are moving to this Herald here. It'll be interesting to see if they try to fight. Dojos only has boots to Vi's Caulfield's hammer and Sheen. I feel like they might go for him, but they can't finish.
And it's looking like a disaster for the side of Omega. He's gonna go over the wall, but it's not gonna matter. Goaty trying his best to stay alive, but he goes down. Or not Goaty, Banger. And it looks like it's a good fight for Omega. Matt G is exhausted, but he's dropping the deeps. And Bandit Hunter Wolfstead does jump over. Hunter Wolfstead thought he was him, but he's not him. Is he gonna go down? Karma Warrior running it down for the Rift Herald, and I'm not sure that's worth it. Bandit is huge, and he's looking unstoppable. Oh, and it looks like the fight actually went in favor of. Oh my God! Wait, Matt G.
Oh my! Geez.
What a big boomerang from King Civil.
Oh my God!
Rat G running it down.
Yeah, you could smell the rat in the bush there, and just sniped him out. But even with just that one kill, it kind of puts her ahead. Just a little bit. Let's see if she goes for a plate here.
No, she's up 600 in gold. About the the kill difference in gold. So she's in a pretty solid spot. Happy where she's at right now, especially with those plates right there.
Yeah, no, it's Civil looking pretty big right now.
I mean, Matt G looking a little lacking right now. Leaves you wondering maybe the team was better off when he was, updating his league line.
Yeah. I agree, it probably is. Isn't he getting cleared in Novice?
Yeah, I'm afraid he is getting cleared in Novice by every mid laner you can think
of. Yeah.
Looking pretty rough, but he has his moments. I think he needs the right, enabling around him.
Yeah, he needs Daddy Dojos to come save the day down here. But there is some fighting going on here. They are posturing around the drag. I mean, overall, I guess Bing Chillers did get the Herald, and it was 1 for 3. But all 3 kills went on Yone, which is just going to accelerate him scaling. Like, Inferno can't do anything now.
Yeah, I mean, Inferno is just fighting a losing war. And it's going to be hard because I don't imagine his team's going to want to invest too many resources in kind of bailing the Poppy out. Honestly, this reminds me of another series where, a Dorado opponent picked Poppy as a counter pick. It reminds me of Hazem versus Matt G, where, Matt G picked. Oh my God, the big engage going onto Coach Pizza, and it's going on. sorry, getting mixed up here. Hoshiumi does get targeted by the Violet, but I'm not really too sure that's who you want to target. Mad G is going to come out and he's going to sneak up on Hunter Wolfsteal. Mad G is dropping damage on Hunter, but he's in a bit of an awkward position. He's not going to get stunned. They're trying to take down Mad G, and Mad G's just dropping so many. Yes, Karma Warrior is going to flash, but I don't think he's going to survive.
Good
Never mind.
handshake.
Coach is saving the day. You know, they need to give Coach Pizza a raise when he's playing Renata, and also only let him play Renata.
Yeah,
I think that
was
going to be crucial for their success.
Yeah, I mean, what was that? 1 for 2? Because Vi did die there, but they lose the dragon, so they're barely losing these trades, kind of, but
yeah,
they're losing big things right after.
Yeah, Mad G closing the gold lead down to about 400. It's a really good spot to be in. But Bennett, the gold lead up there is just growing, about to be a 30 CS difference between the top laners. Bennett is just proving why Dorado Gaming poached him.
Yeah, he's definitely showing up here. It's definitely I think the only other game I watched him play was when they last picked Singe top for him. So this is kind of an absolutely different player going on. If he tornadoes forward, nah, Vi doesn't have ult. They can't do anything here. They do get to break the freeze, which is huge. Oh, maybe they get this. Oh, they're gonna get this bot tower here with Herald.
Yeah, I mean it is going to be. You know, Mad G's gonna be losing the ball lane. Hoshiumi does get engaged, and he does have to back off. Be careful here. Banger also needs to be careful. I don't think he wants to engage here. You know, I think that they're happy to. Oh, actually, you know, maybe you engage once the anti-TP goes through.
Now
yeah,
you probably go in right now.
You go in here if you're the side of Omega. Banger is here.
You gotta go on Renata.
Coach Pizza. Coach Pizza is slowed, and that's all you need from King Civil. King Civil is going to get charmed, but there's no way King Civil gets away from this. I think King Civil is going to go down. King Civil is getting a lot of damage dropped onto him, and Mad G is going to pick up the kills. They're going to try to drive onto Coach Pizza. Coach Pizza doesn't have the flash. Banger is going to get away, and it's a huge play for Dorado Gaming. Good patience from Banger to wait for the anti-TP, kind of griefing. Good pressure from Goaty to force the little girl to come back. Goaty looking like JC the way he's jumping on that Annie.
Yeah. And then the Dojo's classic makes one good play and he has to start flaming in all chat.
Yeah, definitely pretty interesting. But I like the bloodthirster rush here from Bennett. I think that even if you rush the Thornmail as Poppy, which I mean she didn't, it's gonna be pretty rough. You know, the healing is just insane. Every wave, no matter what trades you take, they're always going to be in his benefit. Hoshiumi may be caught sleeping here a little bit. Could be in trouble. He's going to get away and nothing's going to happen. Omega is still solidly in the lead.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what Chillers can pull off here. Maybe Sipper, since she has no tower, can shove a wave and they can move and have extra people at this Herald first, or it really just depends. Annie has no TP, so she just shouldn't even watch bot here, and she's not. So if Omega's able to delay this Herald and just let Gragas push bot for free, they're going to be getting a lot more extra gold.
Yeah, and
just
it looks like
TP
they're
up.
trying to punish this poor Poppy. I think it's going to be really hard for them to get onto Poppy. Poppy is going to get stunned, and just everything getting jumped onto the Poppy. Poppy is going to be able to knock him out. Hoshiumi's still on him, but Hoshiumi is going to be in trouble. Will Hoshiumi be able to get away? Bennett comes back, but is it what they need? Hunter Wolfsteal is going to try to get onto Hoshiumi. He really wants Hoshiumi, but will he go down for his greed? He is going to die, I think. Actually, I think it's going to be pretty bad for the side of Big Chillers. Bennett doesn't even do any damage to Banger, and all of them are up here while the rest of Omega gets the farm safety. So while it is a kill onto Hoshiumi, it's nothing to worry about. King Civil and Matt G having an incredible battle of ADCs, and he does spell shield the damage, but he does have to flash away. Banger does go away here, and Matt G is just looking like the stronger ADC right now.
Yeah, that's just Twitch doing Twitch things. He has his Bork, he's just running in melee range and pressing R, and there's really nothing you can do. You can't out DPS him just yet. And they don't even get the Herald off of this because they used every ulti to try to kill Hoshi. They did get the kill, but it is ultimately one kill on the support, which is some gold, but they used so much to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you, you know, these decisions that, you know, Hunter's making are, you know, it makes you wonder if they're worth it. You know, like you said, the Violet being wasted, not available for these moments. know, when they're most needed, because you wasted it kind of greeting for Hoshiumi. Really looking rougher and rougher for Omega, who not for Bing Chillers, who I do think gets outskilled pretty roughly.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Maybe I don't know. They can't even really catch anyone because they're all building tank. Really, like Matt G should never be running alone. He might do some Matt G things and get caught out. That's really what you're looking for right now because you can't really catch Gragas. You're not
Yeah, and
gonna.
it looks
Oop,
like it's
they're
a big
fighting.
engage onto Hunter Wolfsteel. Hunter Wolfsteel is forced to ult in, but he's gonna go down. Hoshiumi getting that big knockup, and it's looking horrible for the side of Big Chillers. Big
Yeah.
Chillers is looking just like they're looking completely outclassed. This doesn't even look like a competition. It looks like, you know, it looks like Omega versus Wrench Tea Time. I think Wrench Tea Time put up a bigger fight.
Yeah, this is just like another thing where, I mean, it's not even really a team comp thing, and they for Chillers this time, and they won that first early fight, but things just kind of fell apart. Like at the Herald, really is where everything went super wrong. But even before that, they weren't doing too hot.
Yeah, I mean it's looking more and more doomed for the side of Big Chillers. Just can't find the angles to really do anything. Hunter Wolfsteel is just desperate to get kills. I mean, to be fair, I don't watch Big Chillers too much. I don't watch how Hunter plays, but it makes me wonder whether he's playing more bloodthirst than usual. He's trying to prove a point, and maybe it's
Yeah,
costing. It's costing his team. Well, another thing it could be is that they maybe just don't care too much because it's ultimately a meaningless game, and you want to hide your picks for playoffs, Copium, but
yeah,
and anyone can say that, right?
yeah,
We'd say that if we lost. I ain't going front on
yeah, yeah.
you. Yeah.
At
We
least
lose. It's because
we
we're
we
like
appreciate the
testing stuff
honesty.
out. Yeah.
Ooh, they're looking for the rat. He just invises and runs away. Hoshi getting that's not how you
Hoshiumi
do that,
jumping onto King
Hoshi.
Civil. King Civil's not going to be able to get away here. Actually, Cody's going to be able to get onto him, but King Civil pops his ult, and he's going to manage to get away. Hoshiumi doesn't get the knockup or the ult. They could actually be in trouble here. Cody and Hoshiumi
Uh-oh.
need to get out of here.
They gotta go in right
Hunter
now, right now,
Wolfsteel
right now,
is
right
in a
now.
good angle. Cody is going to sacrifice himself
Oh,
for his
Bomba?
friend, but the Bomba is going to try to get onto King Civil, and he's not going to get in. And the kill goes over to Hunter Wolfsteel, who is, again, the majority of his team's kills, but this Poppy looking so much worse. For the Twitch, just getting the farm for free, this is not looking good. I'm not too sure if this is the play that you would be making if you're Big Chillers. Bennett taking power shots, but you'll heal it in a few autos.
Yeah. I know what Hoshi was going there for with the W over wall, hoping to blow the spell shield and
Hunter
press
Wolfsteel trying to get out on Matt G. Matt G is going to go down
Matt
because he is a
G.
little cocky. Hunter Wolfsteel, good presence of mind to target Matt G and have his team blow him up. No dragons coming up anytime soon, so no objective. But yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, I mean that's the way they have to do it. They survived the engage and then they returned on the one guy there that they could kill and they ultimately 1-0, which is pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be important for Matt G to really get online a little bit more than he already is. I don't think that he's in a super great spot. I think that he's strong, but it's going to be a little more than he's going to need a little more than that if he's going to be menace on the bridge.
Yeah. I mean, once he finishes, I mean, I'm gonna assume he goes Kraken. Even if he goes, I don't think he'll go Gale Force, but he still is one-shottable. Like he's not gonna be building any resistances. And if the Viol comes on him and is anywhere near, he should just die.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pretty impossible combo for him. I think what might do the trick is one good stopwatch. A good stopwatch can turn around the
Yeah.
game, especially when you bait the enemy to make a dive and they end up dying because they've overcommitted on someone who's on this.
Yeah, but then even if they do kill Ratu, and they have to use Vi and Aniel to do it, how do they win the fight afterwards? Like, Bennett should just... Oh,
Yeah, and they're going to use a lot of things onto King Civil. King Civil was not able to move. He's trying his best to get away. But Hunter Wolfsteel's coming on the flank. They're going to jump onto Matt G, but is this going to work? Bennett is buying a lot of space, and Hunter Wolfsteel is doing what we were talking about. He ends up driving a little too far, and oh my god, let's see somebody going down. I think Civil is gonna go down. Omega is just, they're just better players, I guess.
Yeah, that. I mean, Civil did his best as he could to live there, but he did ultimately get out, and then the team re-engaged, but they just don't have the damage to kill anyone.
Yeah, and it's looking, again, it's looking doomed for the side of Big Killers. Omega is going for a clean Bo, and, you know, Bose is really going hard on the Panther. Okay, okay, Goaty doing a little bit of, something.
You let him cook?
Let him cook? I think we let him cook a little too hard. Dragonia taking the back of shame to his base after an interesting play.
Yeah, that was something.
A lot of banter going on, but it is true. I mean, Yon, it looks like Bing Chillers didn't really have a game plan to deal with Yon. Hoshiumi kind of just bullying Hunter Wolfsteel off of his blue buff. Hunter Wolfsteel getting a little greedy here. He is going to get charmed. Goaty Bomba coming in here. Is Hunter Wolfsteel going to be able to get out? I don't think he is. I think he's going to try his best to survive. Goaty gets comboed, but Goaty's just a little too kinky. He's just going to walk away. No harm done.
Yeah, they didn't even. He took the whole Annie ult to the face, and it didn't even pop his Seraphs. So it just shows like how, I guess, far behind Annie is and how far ahead he is. Like,
yeah.
That was nothing to him.
Yeah, I mean,
now they
it's
just.
a little.
Oh, Bennett.
Bennett going in with the engage. He thinks he's him. Is he him? No, not quite yet. But the exhaust comes out of Coach Pizza, and I think you're not too disappointed. I guess you burned your own flash, but you're applying a lot of pressure. And next time Coach Pizza steps up, he will be in a pretty decent amount of trouble. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see Omega losing this game. I think that normally I'd say that if they felt like trolling, that could what's gonna happen. But I just don't think that Omega is all that interesting. Here, Goaty could be in trouble. He's gonna flash out. Are we gonna see the ult from Hunter Wolfsteel? Hunter Wolfsteel does have ult. Goaty still has it, but he goes down, and he gets the kill. And positive play for Chillers.
Yeah, but it's another one of those things where they get the kill, but 300 gold isn't saving you here. I mean, they have to do that like 20 more times to get something.
Banger could be the next one in trouble. Banger sidesteps Hunter Wolfsteel. He fooled him a little bit that he was going to jump over the wall. And all chat sent a nice Q after Hunter Wolfsteel misses the power to put your glasses back on. They fell off. Makes you wonder if Hunter is ever going to type back. Hunter is, he does like answering back, so you respect to him.
I mean, it is kind of hard to talk shit when your entire team's kind of getting owned like this. I know from experience. So, as much as you want to, it is kind of hard.
Yeah, truly. It is pretty hard to start when you're behind. Easy to talk in your head, but I think it's good to be consistent. Talk no matter what. That's my philosophy. The way to go. But Inferno, actually, this could be a good fight for Big Chillers. They have the angle. Bennett is going to get the knockup and he's going to scare him off. Hunter Wolfsteel jumping on Goaty for some reason. Goaty dancing on him a little bit. Throwing a mini bomba.
Damn, he hit the gritty on him. Oh, Hunter was still going in.
A lot of damage.
They're gonna dive him.
Yeah,
he's done though.
Oh, but Goaty could be in trouble here. I actually haven't been in trouble.
Nah, no way.
He has too much weakness. They're gonna take down the tower, and Goaty's gonna pop.
Ooh.
Yeah, gonna pop the spell shield, but Matt G's gonna take him down. Matt G is just way too strong. Matt G using his rat-like skills. He's at home here with the rat, but he's gonna go down. He's, like you said, weak to little girls. But Bennett having his way with Inferno, for not doing anything, not having a great time. About what, like 80 CS down?
Yeah, he is down a lot of farm, but you kind of got to give it to him. His laner got a triple kill at Herald. He is down a ton of farm, but he's not inting.
I mean, he's only died once. To his
Yes,
credit.
yeah, he only died that one time at the Herald fight, which I don't want to say is like hugely his fault. Bennett hit a huge ulti that hit them both, and then his team just kind of fell apart around him. Which is kind of just the life of top lane, you know. Like I said earlier, if his bot side wins, he's going to be very happy. But his bot side, sadly, did not do too hot.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he did what he had to do, and he held it down. I mean, it's like you said, it's not his fault. His team kind of sprinted on him, and he's only really giving over 1 kill, so he's trying to hold it down. He could be effective if the game goes on long enough. Hoshiyubi might be in trouble here when he gets done. Bennett is gonna come and drop the combo.
Stun.
Actually gets Annie to waste the stun. He immediately pulls back as soon as he drops the stun.
Yeah, that always feels bad. That's probably the thing I hate the most about Yone is the you can buffer literally anything. Yeah.
Just a skill issue, I suppose. A little bit.
Possibly. Champ creation date diff.
Yeah. 2002 diff. It's looking it's just a slow burn, right? Omega's just kind of going with their food. This just I don't see a way for big killers to come back into this. I think that I wonder what takeaways they'll have from this series again.
Yeah, I think from what I saw was they get, even if they like lose a play, they do super commit to it. So like one person will die in a fight and they can all leave, but they just choose to keep fighting with a man down and just kind of get blown away then just from being down with another player.
And the Winslow here actually I think is really good. Matt G is gonna be space gliding the rat, the Canadian rat himself.
Hoshi too. Hoshi with the R speed boost.
I don't see how Primal Warrior gets away. He's already knocked up. Doesn't even have flash. Matt G's gonna come in for a free kill.
The rat stealing it away.
Showing why he's the second best ADC in this lobby. Followed after, of course, Hoshi.
Absolutely.
Then followed by Bennett, and then probably Goat, and then maybe Inferno.
And then Matt G?
Yeah, and then no, Matt G. No, it's Hoshi, then Matt G, then like Bennett or something.
Ooh, are they gonna go in here? That was like their one chance to really delay this game.
That was a good ult. That was a good ult. I think maybe we're seeing a bit of maybe like demoralized. The team didn't really want to. No more coordination. No more will to fight.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, and what does Poppy do to a Baron Cannon minion? She can't walk up.
Yeah,
she can't do anything. Bennett was just standing there, kind of spamming dance as they killed the tower.
Bennett has an interesting build here, actually. I like it. The glacial.
Yeah.
The frozen gauntlet with great items.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he doesn't need any more damage.
I'm a little surprised at the 1-for-1.
No one can kill him.
If I'm being honest with you, they're gonna try to jump onto Goaty, I guess. They're pushing off the side of Omega so that they can collapse onto Bennett. But Bennett is not all that worried. Anger is the fat front line, and it looks like Bennett is gonna take the tower and back away.
Oh,
the huge engage coming from the side of Omega. I think it's just game here. Warrior trying to get away.
Do they kill Dojos? They don't. Ooh, but Bennett with the ulti. Oh, he died to Nexus.
Lasered to death. Goaty is trying to survive. They're realizing that their tricky agency isn't even trying to help them out.
They said up 100 farm. That doesn't do anything to the Nexus laser, and Inferno owns him 1v1 with no help.
Yeah, and Hunter Wolf goes down. Just a dominant performance by Omega, who really wanted to drive the point across that That they are, one of, if not the favorites for CCS Intermediate. It's looking pretty rough. But Bozo's just relentless in this lane. But Reggie does go down. Coach reads his
Oh, he missed
mind
the
to do
ulti.
something. But
Yeah,
friendly GGs from Hoshi and Goldie. No GGs back, understandably, from the side of Hardhead Zone.
yeah. I mean, that was absolutely dominating by Omega. There was like a few minor slip ups. Like it wasn't a perfect game, but it was about as close as you could get.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really clean game. And in other news, similarly related, to add, what's it called? Insult to injury, Iota just won 2-0, knocking Bing Chillers out of the first place position for Group B. So, obviously this match had no bearings on that, but just, a bit of extra bad news for them.
Yeah, just a bad night.
Yeah, bad night, but they can recoup, get their minds
Yeah,
ready for the next series, for whenever they play again, and be ready to win, I guess. But just wasn't their night. They played a superior team, and it kind of showed. But I mean, I
yeah.
think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I'm pretty tired, so I don't want to give an interview. So, congratulations to Omega, and thank you, Mr. Lobax, for filling in for the cast. It was a pleasure. Hopefully, you can fill in
Of course,
again sometime soon. And thank you for everybody that tuned in, everybody that followed. We appreciate all of you. We will see you all. I don't know, whenever I feel like streaming again.